Tonight, we're going to be talking about fake-ass libertarians, or I guess real libertarians.
You just cussed.
You just yelled at me to not do that.
What did I say?
You said ass.
You said ass.
You said it now, too.
Yeah, but you already said it. You already
You asked. You already ruined it.
My bad.
You
yell at us every week.
You yell at us every week, and then you do it.
You
first.
I'm talking about the F-bombs and the C-bombs, and if Kyle was here, the hard R's for some reason.
Technically, ass was a curse.
Okay, why do you keep saying it? Okay, look, here's the thing. Kyle quit the show. 4 till midnight. Kyle's not going to be here. Typo's just late. Yeah, Kyle couldn't handle the heat. I asked him.
5 is the number of people we have on? I thought we just did that because it was seconds till midnight.
It was.
I think it's both.
I still think we should call it the 3/5 compromise, but whatever. Okay, here's the point. We're live, 5 till midnight. We're going to be talking about stuff today. Okay. We're going to be talking about stuff and things and Dave Smith and libertarians who just want to watch the world burn and who think that somehow having people doing drugs in the open on the street is okay. And also Jack Lloyd just trying to pretend that somehow Dave Smith, who has an audience like 30 times his size, is like too scared to debate him. Look, I've taken this position too before. I've been like, oh, you're scared to debate me. It's like, no, I'm just tiny and you're a big fish and I'm trying to get attention. But regardless, see through it. Not very good. I'm going to stop talking.
No, that's, I mean, you're not wrong, dude. That's
kind of exactly what's
happening. Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. Can you pull up the tweet?
Oh, you know what? Here's a video on it. You want to start with that?
But in terms of other people who are being as flying monkeys. So first and foremost, this all actually started with me talking about Hamas being described as being an open-air prison. Meanwhile, they're getting all kinds of arms from the outside, rocket launchers, paragliders and all this other stuff.
What's going on?
And that's not a prison if you're able to get weapons that you can murder over 1,000 people.
Okay, just so we're clear, there's plenty of weapons in prison and drugs and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's dumb.
So that was a point of criticism. Dave takes that and then says, oh, I'm just jealous of him because I don't get on the big podcast.
I think Dave was probably right. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that this guy's probably grossly misinterpreting the situation, but regardless.
Right. So I think this is an important lesson for everybody who looks at what Dave Smith does. He reposts somebody to talk about whatever they're talking about, and then he'll load in a personal insult, get everybody caught up in the personal insult, and then send his lowbrow audience, all his comedy fan audience, after you, calling you names, saying you're stupid, saying you're autistic.
Okay, I mean, what are we supposed to do here? Like, he's bringing it on himself. We can obviously see that. What's even there to talk about? I don't know.
It's first of all, gay. Stop being gay with the fucking honestly, stop being gay with the fucking debate me, bro. Like, just fucking. He asked you a simple question on Twitter. You could answer the question. He's not asking you to break it down in like a 5 fucking tweet thread. He's like, can you answer the simple yes or no question? He's like, I will want a moderated debate. It's like, shut up.
Of course,
be a pussy. Just say yes or no.
Who is this guy? This guy's like hard calling out Dave. One is a bully who refused to debate.
Oh, it's Hector Roos.
He's been jumping around. He's been jumping around the spaces for a little bit, like just trying to stir up drama. To be honest, that's all he is.
He's always been nice to me, so I got nothing to. But yeah, he's a little bit of a shit stirrer. But I got no problem with it. Honestly, I like a good shit stirring, even if it's not for the thing I'm for. It's still fun.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with shit stirring. It's more. That's like who he's turned into. He's kind of turned into like what's the other Florida chick?
I don't know. I don't respect women.
Buenes or whatever.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like the Florida libertarian chick.
Martha,
Maria. Yeah.
Whatever.
She's the same, but he acts the same as she does. She acts the same as she does.
Another fucking 5 trying to talk about fucking libertarian or freedom and all that shit, saying fucking old takes from like 2002. And she's, it's like, he's a male version of that, but not attractive. She's not attractive either. So actually, he's a male version of that. He's just Martha Bueno, but now instead of a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the whole thing with Dave Smith. Yeah, he's gonna quote tweet somebody and talk about this thing, whatever it is, whatever the subject is. He's gonna quote tweet it, but that's because that's what his audience does. That's like what he does for his audience. Like no shit. And he's not just gonna take his time out of his day to debate everybody in the fucking world. And on top of that, Jack Lloyd, his argument's trash. It's a garbage argument.
Well, yes, his argument's garbage, but his wife's argument is worse. Her defense of the open board. I don't even know, by the way.
I didn't get to read that.
I don't know. I don't know what Sam's doing. Something gay, probably, but I don't know what the initial argument was. I think it was just about like private and public ownership of things.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Right?
Well, it looked like the majority of the argument stemmed from what should be allowed on like public property, basically.
It sounded like they were saying you should be allowed to do drugs in the open, and somehow it violates the Fourth Amendment to ask people not to, which is stupid. It's stupid. This is ridiculous. Where's Typo?
So her tweet? What? Sam, do you have a tweet pulled up by any chance?
Don't I? Oh
no, it's his tweet.
Yeah, I got it in a second.
What's her tweet? Why do we have a blank screen on here? Just with your desk as a camera.
It's Sam's.
Why are you weird,
dude? You know what? You just don't understand art. You're a freaking dumbass muscle-bound dago. Okay, that's it.
It can't even focus now. It can't even focus.
Yeah, I am, and I'll beat you up. So
beat me up. Yeah,
take this off your fucking screen, stupid. Here, it looks better.
Wait, why don't you pull up the freaking tweet yourself?
Oh my! I'm sorry. I thought you were producing this. You
oh my god!
That piece of shit.
You're so goddamn stupid, dude. You can't do one thing. You can't help a little bit. This is why Kyle quit. He quit because of you.
Kyle quit because of him
anymore. He's a little bitch. He couldn't handle me asking him why can't he block.
He blocked you.
Yeah.
Who blocked me?
No, Kyle blocked Sam.
Oh.
Kyle quit the show. He's not going to be here anymore. Taking new applicants.
We also all blocked Sam. We just show up for the show.
Yeah. I don't ever want to talk to Sam. So, wait, what did I say? Though it started about illegal immigration, they said that government should secure the border, but other libertarians said that was status and anyone can have access to public property. Right. Okay. So, no, right? So her tweet was, since I was mentioned, albeit indirectly, my answer is no. When it comes to public or government property, the principles of individual liberty should still be applied and limitations on government power should be applied as to maximize individual liberty, which was the anti-federalist founding fathers' intentions, in my opinion, with the Bill of Rights. As we strategize and transition to privatization slash Incapistan. So for this specific, Jesus, a fucking novel. So for this specific question, my answer is no. Drug addicts shouldn't be restricted from entering public schools because the principle of individual liberty should still apply, and the Fourth Amendment should still be applied here to prevent people's body, property, and privacy from being violated, aka unreasonable searches and seizures. People should not be criminalized over victimless actions such as being addicted to drugs or not paying taxes.
Look,
War and Peace was shorter, by the way, but in that fucking
War and Peace was short. Like the whole. All right, so this is the same argument as Dave Smith's his homeless person argument in public parks and shit like that. This is the same argument, and it got brought up about the border, and it's like, look, guys, I get the principled. This is where Typo and I think started to drift away from the Libertarian Party's like main focus was. It's like, I understand the principle. I understand if you want my I say this all the time. If you want my principled take on something, I'll give you my principled take. If you want how I actually feel about it, I'll tell you that too. The principled take is yes, they should have fun, like free, unrestricted access to everything, blah, 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 blah. That's the principled libertarian take. I understand that. We understand that. It's not that fucking crazy of like, it's not crazy for you to have this take as a like at the principle, but that's not what we're not living in Incapistan. And I think this is where we jumped on kind of the ship with Free Man Beyond the Wall, Pete Quinones, when he first started going down his rabbit hole that he's gone down, is like, you can't live in Incapistan in your head and act like that's reality. If you live in that kind of reality, you're dumb. It doesn't make any sense because that's not the reality that we live in. So you can't live the principled libertarian take. You can say that's the principled take, and if you want to argue principles, then yeah, we can do that. But let's like kind of act like we're not in our basement living with your parents and
yeah,
you know, making up this reality on Minecraft that this is how life should be and blah 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 blah, because that's just not what it is.
No, her argument is absolutely insane. That's by the way, that's like being like, well, then non-offending pedophiles should be able to walk around schools too, because technically they haven't committed a crime and they have their right. It's like, no, right? Because the potential to, I don't know, fuck a child is there. So the same thing for a raging drug addict, dude.
Even
it's like,
even if it's like the person doesn't commit a crime, they're doing drugs next to children.
Right. It's
that's
crazy.
like it's like if someone was smoking next to children, I'd be like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. You should probably like,
secondhand smoke. That's a violation of rights. Typo. It's completely different, obviously.
But it's just like so crazy that they're like, oh yeah, like if he's shooting up heroin next to like the fact that they're like writing that out on Twitter and defending that is insane. Because even if I believe that, I would not write that. I wouldn't even try to debate this. I would be like, I'm not throwing my opinion out there. That's literally insane if I say that out loud. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, she's essentially saying, I want to put your children at risk because of my philosophy, and I think I'm right. It's like, dude, bitch, fuck off. You don't have the right to put anybody's children at risk from a fucking mentally ill drug addict or just a drug addict in general.
She's the philosopher, so her philosophy is the philosophized. You know what I mean? Like, she gets to decide.
The logic very much reminds me of like these terminally online communists who just like talk in theory all the time. Like it's
it's the same.
It's this obsession with theory, but it's like, dude, like theory is theory, and then 80%, 70%, whatever is context. You got to attach it to the context. Like
that's good.
Spice.
That's so good.
Tyler with the banger.
Banger.
Tyler out of the fucking Raptors with the banger.
Yeah, nailed it.
It's fucking stupid as fuck. But you guys already said it. But this is also why like I veered away from being like I'm a libertarian. I'm like, it's like I can't be like I'm a libertarian, and then someone next to me is like, you should let children be around drug addicts in schools. It's like, dude, you're fucking retarded. It's like no, I'm not that. You know, it's like I'm not this person. Don't fucking listen to this person. They're wrong. This is what libertarianism is, and this is why it's easier to be like it's not that.
We also should have we should also know the people that are arguing, like these people, the philosopher and Jack Lloyd. They also make libertarian music, so right away their opinion should be moot. We shouldn't listen to them. We should bully them off the internet. They don't deserve to have a spot in anybody's show. They don't deserve a spot on anybody's debate because you make libertarian music, and that shit is garbage. So I just want to say that.
I saw them at the Georgia convention, or maybe it was the Florida. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the two. And I just had the urge to be like, don't make fun of them. Just be cool here. just keep going. Just walk on by.
Because some of these people will like interact with in real life, and it's like they are individual people, even though I think they're completely stupid. Here's another thing. How cute does Typo look right now? Did you get a haircut, Typo? You look like you're about 20
years old. Definitely got it. You definitely got a haircut.
I had an event this weekend, and I didn't want to look like shit. So
Fair.
Wow, that's a wild way to say what kind of event you had. I had an event this weekend.
Dude, you know what I'm saying?
I want to address Tyler's point. It's terrible, and that's why I don't do it.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
That's why I don't do libertarian comedy.
So, hey, this goes with Dave Smith. His special, when it was like the libertarian comedy special, that shit was rough to watch. My guy.
Comment. But Jennifer, it's just two people on the building. No, it's not. I get what you're saying. They're not the two reasons why. It's them and a lot of others like them that I feel that way. It's not just like those two made me feel that way. I'm like, no, it's a lot of people acting like that, and that's a fucking issue.
Yeah. What I found out very quickly, because I thought like the Mises Caucus was like normal people, like, and I think most of the Mises Caucus people I agree with. And don't get me wrong, I think what they are doing, the Libertarian Party, is better than it was before. I think that's easy to say. But there's actually still a lot of people within the Libertarian Party, not Mises Caucus, that are like that.
Mhm.
It's very strange.
And
It's very,
like they're want to lower
like
the
they're more culturally left leaning.
Left, yep.
Like a lot of stuff.
And financially left leaning too.
Yeah. Meaning they're poor.
Yeah, like and like also there's like a significant portion of the Libertarian Party that's like regime libertarians, where it's like when it's I think like honestly, if someone was a milquetoast libertarian, like right winger even, like or whatever, but like when something like majors happen, the propaganda is coming hard. When it's like Russia, Ukraine, like they're all trying to get us to throw Ukraine flags in our bio and be like all like locked dead in support with them. And then there's like regime libertarians like literally say the same thing that the regime says. And then there's people that are like, well, let's take a little bit of a nuanced take and not like go on with like exactly what the CIA is saying. Like, let's not do that. And I would rather side with anyone doing that. It doesn't matter what they believe in a lot of ways than the people that just parrot whatever the CIA fucking says.
I just don't want to be on the same time as the same side as pedophiles. I'd like to do that all the time.
That's generally a good rule of thumb. We're gonna make fun of you, Austin, Texas. I am gonna trash that fucking dumb bitch Whitney Bailu because she came at me on Twitter for no reason because of a mix-up, and I'm gonna absolutely destroy her because I'm not technically performing at the convention. I'm performing at like a party the Mises Caucus is throwing because I am not wanted at the convention by half of the people there.
That's what the craziest thing is, dude. Texas Libertarian Party, like not that good.
Lefty.
Like they
you would think, right?
and then have you seen the Louisiana one?
No.
It's like worse. And it's Louisiana.
Really? That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, what the hell?
Florida and Georgia rule. Just
why?
Saying, they're awesome. They're fucking great.
I've seen their takes. Like, I don't know. I follow a bunch of them, but I don't know. Texas and Louisiana I've seen were just awful. Like even California Libertarian Party was better than them.
I'll be there this weekend, so I will find out in person if that's true.
I would assume they're probably. Well, you know what? There might be a lot of like people, right wingers, actually went to Libertarian because how's the Republican Party doing in California? Like, not very good.
Schwarzenegger, I think, was like the last win.
Was he a Republican?
I thought he was a Democrat.
Mm-mm.
So did I.
I'm pretty sure he's a Republican, right, Sam?
Yeah.
I don't think he knew. I asked him. I think he just said yes.
He has no idea.
No. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Republican.
Yeah.
Or he was. I assume still. And he's never going to be president.
Well, I mean, Californian Republican is,
which is actually crazy.
Democrat.
That's where Reagan and Nixon
every other state
was California.
Yeah, the Reagan thing. Well, I guess Reagan was so popular.
Back then, they were like Southern. It was like Southern people that moved to California, and then it changed over time.
Yeah.
Do you know I think that Californians ruined like one of the most aesthetically nice states we own by being fucking gay and liberal.
One of the most beautiful. Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful states.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. They ruined that for us.
There was like a huge debate in the Marine Corps all the time. It was mainly Texas and California. It's all because most Marine, like 1/3 of the Marine Corps is Texas, 1/3 is California, and then everybody else.
1/3 is everywhere else.
And all I heard all the time was California and Texas. When I was younger, though, I was always like, California seems super cool, dude. And then fast forward like 10
years, it was super cool.
It was though.
Right? That's the problem. Yeah. It was super cool. Like
it was the 90s, dude.
Dude, even in the early 2000s, everything was so much better in the early 2000s.
I know, dude.
After the 2008 crash,
9/11. 9/11 ruined it. 9/11 started. I'm telling you, 9/11 started.
A lot. It did start it. I'm just saying, like, stuff was still cool. Like
it was.
You could still say fag and that's gay, and like, there was people in the middle of Huntington Beach that were handing out, weed flyers to 13-year-olds, but right next to them was like a no abortion like group right across the street. But then they were like sharing blunts with each other. And it's like right there at Surf City, USA in Huntington Beach. It was awesome. It was like a total like this was like 2006, 2005. It was like a total collaboration of like all walks of life in one area. You had the beach bums, you had the rich upper class that had been in Huntington Beach forever. Like that was one of my favorite spots going. Like when I was younger, we'd go to the U.S. Open every year during Memorial Day. It was fucking dope. I loved California, driving up and down the PCH.
Yeah, dude, sick.
Dope. Yeah, it was awesome. But it's like every time I've gone back, the less I like it. And I mean, my parents lived there for a little bit, and I was just like, yo, I could never live here. Like, they lived in a really nice neighborhood, but I was just like, nah, like, there'd be no way in hell I could never live in California.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I always said. I've had good times when I've gone to California, but like after like 3 or 4 days, I'm like, yeah, time's up. I need to go back.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been there since before COVID. This is my first time going back since before then, so I can't imagine how much more awful it is.
Where is it at? You're going?
Costa Mesa.
Ooh,
where's that at?
It's like north of LA.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but it's SoCal. It's not like, it's not like far. It's not that far north of LA. It's probably like an hour drive or something like that. I think it's not,
That's the only part of California I've been to is Southern California.
Yeah, I heard Northern California is like mad Republican and shit, and they're like, we fucking hate those guys.
Well, far north.
Yeah, far north. Yeah.
You got to get out of San Francisco.
Criminal white boys out there, like freaking like hippies, like old school hippies, but it's like lawless out there. They protect their weed crops with like it's a whole thing. There's this documentary that is about
it's on Netflix.
It's about like they blame
Murder Mountain.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember. They blame a murder on Bigfoot, and then they like investigate it. It's really cool.
Yeah, Murder Mountain's crazy. That's a great documentary.
I'm gonna hang out with Tyler this weekend. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, is he from California?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, he's gay and he rides a bicycle, so he's from California.
Dude, he rides a bike.
Yeah, he's a bicyclist. It's so gay. I hate that. He knows though. He's not like one of the ones who doesn't. He's self-aware of it.
I wouldn't.
He's one of the.
He's
My dad got into bikes.
I think in the last like 3 episodes, we've all had he's one of the good ones. Like, in every situation we've had, one of us has had but he's one of the good ones while explaining somebody. So this goes back to the philosopher and Jack Lloyd. Like, probably if I talked to them and I didn't know who they were from Twitter, I'd talk to them at an event or something like that. I'd probably be like, oh, these guys are pretty chill because they're probably not saying outlandish shit like this on Twitter or in person. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these people, like, that's the thing is with Twitter, it kind of fucks everything up because now you have this perspective of these people that you're just like, you're saying that I know they're saying this because it's good for their brand. Like, it doesn't matter. There's going to be people that jump on their shit now just to do it because they're going after Dave Smith. And there's other people that probably don't necessarily agree with him on everything else, but they put themselves against Dave Smith. So they're going to listen to their shit. They've got brands that they're trying to promote. So it was a great business move for them, but I think it is, dude. We forget how big the left side of the libertarian movement is.
We do because I pretend to not exist.
I think
don't want it to exist.
I think it's bigger than the right side of the libertarian movement. I honestly do. I think that's been around a lot longer than the conservative libertarian movement. I don't know how else to say it, but like that anti-right side, or not the anti-right, but like the more right side.
Kyle quit the show.
People are gonna start believing that, and
like Ron Paul, I think was I don't know, at least most prominent right wing-ish libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he was like perfect Christian doctor, delivered babies at his church, Republican, like served in the military, like just all these things, accolades that would make him look good for a right winger. And then he just like spilling that crazy anti-war, anti-Fed, got college screaming in the Fed.
The Libertarian Party though started in the 70s. Like that was their first.
It was the year. Yeah, it was the year after they went off the gold standard. The Libertarian Party was created.
That's facts.
Yeah, so it was like the 70s, and you got to think at that time, we weren't we weren't the nation we are today. You know what I mean? Like it was like there was probably a bigger push on the gay and lesbian movement. There was more of a civil liberties stance in the libertarian movement than the fiscally conservative. And now,
yeah, that's probably true.
You know what I mean? That's how it started. Yeah, and the wars.
The wars and the inflation and stuff was like kind of bad, but it wasn't like nearly as bad as it is now. And
there was few people talking about the actual gold standard,
Yeah,
that might have helped push it, but
yeah, it was like the end of Vietnam I think Vietnam was already over. I don't know when it ended.
About 1973. It depends on how you mark it, but about 1973.
Yeah, I knew it was like early 70s. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I don't think it's true though. I think what JC said, everyone forgot conservative libertarianism. I don't think it was. I think it was always left leaning. There's a reason why the LP always goes far left during elections. It's always
I don't know the history.
I think JC's kind of onto something. I think it got co-opted just like everything else is co-opted by the left. Like think about that. Why wouldn't this?
I think it was started as a co-op, probably.
Oh, I mean, there were feds in the room when they started the fucking thing, right? I mean, yeah. This whole thing's a fucking.
But I don't think it was conservative, is what I'm saying. I don't think it was conservative when it was started, because the predominant party at the time was more conservative.
Okay, but back then, being
culturally conservative,
back then being progressive meant just like having gay marriage and that being okay. But now being progressive means that you have to let men dressing as women read to your kids, and kids need to be on. It's a whole.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't think you are. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying like it's the slippery slope fallacy, right? Like it's all downhill from there. Like that's kind of how I see it. Like they always were that socially leftist mind, and it's never changed from that traditionally.
Yeah,
it's definitely I mean, if you look at the last two election cycles, I mean, what candidates won, right? Fucking Joe Jorgensen, and fucking Gary Johnson, right? So it's like, they're not
conservative, socially liberal,
right? They're not like right leaning in the slightest. Especially Joe Jorgensen with that bullshit fucking tweet with the you can't be anti-rape, you gotta be anti-rape, that whole thing.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I do think, I don't know, dude. I mean, if you look at the history of everything in this country, everything gets co-opted by the left somehow. Everything. Hollywood, music, fucking industries do.
Yeah, somehow, right?
The schooling system does.
They're like locusts, dude.
They are, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Destroy everything and then leave it a mess.
I mean, my theory with the Hollywood shit, I don't think the right consider that to be a viable option of anything. I thought they saw it was like stupid fairy tale early on, like early when Hollywood and TV was still relatively new. They're like, who gives this is play world. Who gives a fuck about this? And the left saw it as like a fucking way to like, oh, we could brainwash motherfuckers this way. And they did.
I know we dance off of this, but like, are we really talking about leftism here? You're going to bring up Hollywood as the first option.
No, I said that was like something that the right didn't care about, though. That was blatant.
What I'm saying is tiny hat gang, but I can't say that. So.
Oh yeah, but it's one of the same though.
Right. It's what I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that feels like what we're dancing around when I know that wasn't your intention, but it sounded like that's what it was.
No, it's not. But it kind of is.
Well, so this is my take is like, I think it's not a flaw. It's by design where it's like, look, this is part of the whole thing of conservatism is like they're not culturally. You're not culturally pushed into like the culture vulture centers. You know what I mean? Like you're out. Like conservatism is being working man or childbearing woman. Like that's what always conservatism is. Conservatism hasn't been there hasn't been a large push in the culture to be like, a part of music or a part of the arts, the things that push culture. And
That's
this is
my
where, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, it's by design that the right doesn't win these things, because that's not what the right's about. That's not what the conservatives' effort is for. It's about community and childbearing and family man and this, that, or the other. So it doesn't get involved in culture. But the problem is I still agree with this. We've heard it a few years ago, but it's politics is downstream of culture. Politics are influenced by culture, and that's how it's always been. I think if you look back at all of them, that's how it's always been. So you got to win the culture war to win the political war, and the conservatives just can't do that.
Agreed. Now it's too late. Like it's literally 100 years too late. Like it's gone. Like it's never getting back. Like you would have to do a full on civil war in Hollywood for it to be any way leaning conservative again. It's gone forever.
Yeah,
so they have to just kiss that goodbye.
Yeah, there's the best way I've heard that, exactly what you're saying, Adam. The best way I've heard it is there's no turning the ship around. We have to go through it now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's done. Like we fucked up. And I say we, I mean,
we gotta ride the wave, baby.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like-minded like us who had a chance to fucking step in and be like, hey, we should probably think about how movies we all watch again, because they probably were like, no one watches this shit back in the 20s.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously,
Like, who's this faggot with the mustache?
Who has
I'm gonna go
time?
to work, right?
Who has time?
Right, exactly.
I'm in the middle of the Dust Bowl. I can't watch a movie.
Exactly. And now it's like every this is why I am such an old man now. Like I can't watch new shit. I just can't, because I'm waiting for it to be ruined by some bullshit lefty take, and it's just gonna ruin my spirit. I will admit they have me beat down sometimes, like the left with Hollywood and shit. Like I'll be like, I would love to watch this, but I'm gonna watch 2 episodes and be immediately furious because they're gonna try to push some gay shit down my throat.
Well, the best part about that though is the day that we live in today, because 20 years ago, like that's all you had to watch. Like whatever's on TV, that's all you got. There was no other option. Now, like the new thing is like no one's on the same page about anything anymore. Like there's not really these big defining things that like, oh, have you seen this movie? Like, have you seen that movie? Or do you know this music or artist? Like I haven't, like there's people I talk to at work all the time. They tell me an artist and I literally never heard of. Look him up, super famous. I'm like, I have never heard this guy. How is this guy famous?
Yeah.
Or comedians or YouTube channels and stuff like that. So like we're all divided now, and I think that's like gives us hope. In all honesty, let's talk comedians. What do you guys think about the new spokesperson of Bud Light?
Oh, Gillis?
Yeah, Shane.
Is it Gillis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I mean, he does SNL this weekend, right? Or next week? No, this weekend.
Yep. And he does SNL.
Yeah, I am
crazy. That's weird.
I think this is like this instead of going like, I mean, I don't know. I would call Shane really right wing. He's like a moderate comedian.
He's right wing coded. It's a freaking fake, dude.
No, he's just from where right wingers live. He knows right wingers. He's friends with his family is right wingers. Like
that's what right wing coded means. Like he acts like a right wing. He like talks like people associate with right wingers.
Yes.
I mean, he's my favorite comedian. I listen to it. I listen to everything he does. Like I listen to Shane Gillis multiple hours a day. I'm not kidding. Like I really do.
That's because you're gay for him. But
I'm a little gay for Shane Gillis. Yeah.
He's great. He is great. I mean, that Bud Light whole thing was. I mean, they lost $10 billion, but how much did they fucking lose? Like a crazy amount of fucking money.
Yeah, they lost a shit ton of money.
I know a lot of people are probably more upset because Donald Trump even said like go back to Bud Light, basically like they're a good company now.
Yeah.
And
okay,
I just quit.
That's why he said talking
to be fair, by the way, like that they did like a lot of like off one-handed promotions, and that was just one of the people they did it to. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, but they fucked up. Like they should have known their audience better.
But the left makes them burn. And they make them apologize multiple times. And that's what I wish we would have got out of it. I wanted at least an apology.
Well, they're not going to do that.
An apology.
They can't apologize. They have to just pretend it didn't happen. But that's what we don't get. We don't get the apology. We have to just accept that, oh, you know what, we're just going to move on. They'll never apologize to us.
No, because they're afraid of the left retaliating against their apology. Like, whoa, you have to apologize for a trans woman
Absolutely.
holding your beer. It's like, yes, because they lost $10 million.
They have won the culture.
Yes,
that's the point. They have won the overarching theory of our culture.
JC. Fuck you, Sam.
What will right wingers do? Make a meme about it? Like the left would literally burn down their factory. So like I can kind of understand, you know?
Yeah, dude. Seriously, I get it. I get it.
Like they are quick to the torches, like, you know, like for sure. And we are not, we are just pussies about it. Like we don't like our side is just like, okay, yeah, they lost money. Like I guess we speak more with our wallets than our mouths for sure. I mean, that's right, evident by their profit loss. But like we do kind of let it go pretty easily. It's like Shane's like the sponsor now. We're like, it's cool, Shane's a sponsor, but like we also kind of let it go. So it's like we are also gay, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's also in our coding where it's like, well, I respect property rights. I'm not going to go burn down their business. Like, you know what I mean? They don't see it as, you know, a public, like that's our hill to die on. That's our philosopher moment. We're like, well, it's private property. So, you know, I know it's a giant conglomerate corporation that's owned by BlackRock, and BlackRock is this horrible company that's owned by Merrill, and Merrill is this giant corporation that owns everything else in the world. But, you know, it's private property. So I won't go do anything to it.
Yeah, I even agree.
And the left is like, no, it's public property. I can shit on their fucking mouths and be okay.
They just don't. They'll just be like, I don't care.
They don't care. It doesn't matter.
Rambo owns this. I'm burning it down. Yeah. Like,
absolutely. And that's we got, when we were talking about the Boogaloo, do you remember that Typo? That's still our most watched episode. We were talking about the Boogaloo at the beginning of when we first started our show. And there was a couple guys that always commented, and they were like, you know, it's all well and good to talk about it like this and from this standpoint, but you guys know that the only people that have ever violently revolted against their government have been leftists, right? And I was like, damn, that's an interesting point. And then you go back and look, and it's like the Bolsheviks and fucking this, that, or the other, and you just go back, and it's like leftist. But there's
plenty of reactionaries, though. That's how it would manifest itself for right wingers. And I'm not participating in any violence. I'm a word guy. I'm just gonna chill here.
Well, I think it has to be through some formal like function, like, because like I would say the Civil War was like the right wingers like revolt, where they were like, were like, hey, we're just stepping away. We're not gonna be part of this anymore. But we have our formal government still in play, where the left's like, we don't care what's next. Like, we have our theory, but the goal right now is to burn this system to the ground. We'll figure out what comes next afterwards. Where that just doesn't. I mean, it worked. I guess it worked pretty well for America. That is not the norm in most history. Like that is not the norm.
The American Revolution wasn't really a freaking left-wing revolution. It was
yes, it was.
Civil War.
Yes, it was.
No, yes, it was.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the arguments.
No, dude. Okay, so the American Revolution was more like a civil war within the British Empire, in the sense that the American aristocracy led the revolt. So it was the own American aristocracy, like George Washington. All these guys, they had disenfranchised the 30 to 40% of the population that lived within Appalachia, and they as the aristocracy of mostly New England, but also some of the Tidewater, freaking like Virginia, Maryland area, they revolted against their like brothers and cousins in England. It wasn't like from the ground up Bolshevik revolution.
Yeah. Do you know what Samuel Adams? Do you know what Samuel Adams was saying during the Boston Massacre? It sounded just like BLM. He was like, he should be beating the shit out of these cops. They're aggressive, all this. They blew it way out of proportion. Samuel Adams was like the revolution. Like he was like fueling the fire. He's like one of the most extreme politicians of the time, where he's just like, he would sound like a Democrat of this time. He was
he was talking about like the people with BLM were doing it for like other reasons. Like John Adams was talking about when they killed like 6 citizens.
No, they killed 4 and they provoked and they were throwing rocks at the.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know that they provoked it. Like, we know that, but it's like it doesn't really make a difference when you're like trying to advance a political goal. Like, yeah, look, I'm sure that they were leftists in a certain sense, but the country they created was not.
You know where France gets like left and right. The ideas of left and right comes from France. Right was conservatism, was monarchy,
right.
And then left was like democracy, was something else.
Yeah, yeah. And look, I agree with that definition of left to right, but like most people don't use that one. I tried to make that argument the other day, and I had everybody mad at me on Twitter. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like 2 weeks ago. But look, by that logic, anything is left wing. And the American Revolution was also the French Revolution. So it's like, I guess you can make the argument that it is left wing, but in the sense that it wasn't like the Bolshevik Revolution is like ground up, like peasants. There's plenty of peasant revolts throughout history.
Sure.
Those definitely happen. Whereas this one, like, it was the aristocracy fighting for control of, like, it was a separatist revolution, not necessarily one that was looking to change the entire government of the British Empire, which is like what the French Revolution was. They changed all of France, and the Russian Revolution was. It was
a war for the right to secede. It wasn't to burn the system down.
Typo, right. One thing. Sam's a liberal, so he's going to disagree with you in your argument. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's from New England. He's from New England, and he's very proud of his people, so he's defending them.
If you ever call me a fucking English person again, I will shove a Guinness bottle down your throat.
Can we all
England's
talk
basically
about?
Just England.
It's true. Can we all just talk about how satisfying it must have been to fucking shoot an English soldier in the chest from the tree line and just watch him crumble?
God.
Oh, that must have been so satisfying.
I always think of this.
So awesome.
Patriot, that movie rules. I don't give a fuck how unrealistic the movie is. That movie fucking.
I wish it were. I love it.
Dude, when he's in the woods fucking tomahawking English dudes, I get a hard on. That I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, fuck that.
When he's like shooting one musket and then like running to like
and grabbing a new musket.
Yeah. And they called him like he's like a ghost. You know?
Dude, could you
imagine? The adrenaline goes on. I'm like, that just like a blue chew? Like I'm fucking hard right now.
Especially think about it too, because you're in like the British military, like you're very formal. You're fighting very formal.
Yeah, dude, like guerrilla warfare.
Dude,
amazing.
Some blood-soaked long-haired psycho is like, running at you with tomahawks. You're like oh, freedom!
Of leadership responsibility as a a lower rank in the United States Marine Corps than you would in any other branch. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's actually pretty insane how much like they give us in the Marine Corps. How much something very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot of access, and like all of a sudden you're like doing an inventory, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is millions of dollars worth of gear! Like this is insane! Like why am I in charge of this?"
I was like 19, literally in charge of about $40 million worth of equipment, and of course, like I mean supervised, but ultimately my name is the first one on there, which was so stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, same thing. And mine was secret and top secret gear that I had to, my lieutenant wasn't allowed to be in charge of it because it was a conflict of interest. So it was next person up, and we didn't have a sergeant that would do it. So I did it. And it was like all of our EKMS stuff and radios and crypto and shit like that. And it was like $40 million worth of
I think we got popped on the stream because Sam played the Patriots for 7 minutes straight.
Oh,
yeah, because we got pulled because Sam just kept fucking running the Patriot for which I knew was gonna happen, but I didn't want to break what Luke was saying because it's interesting. I should have been like, "Yo, we gotta stop playing the Patriot. This is fucking crazy that we're playing the Patriots." Though, like, it was, dude, that was way too. I wanted to see one quick scene of him pop a soldier in the head and move on.
Stream suspended for policy violations.
By the way, fucking Sam's
on YouTube though. I hate that.
For fucking Sam's, like, I know YouTube. Yeah, don't play a movie for like 8 minutes. You fucking idiot.
Wait, are we still live?
No, we are.
We're live on StreamYard and maybe Twitter. Right. Are we still on Twitter?
Yes. Sam has to reboot the stream.
No, it'll come back.
It definitely won't.
It
Great.
It comes back.
Sam.
Super annoying, but it does.
Now you're gonna have to edit that whole part out.
Yeah, well, now maybe I won't. What happens when I don't? What are you going to do about it?
You're bad at your job on the show. I don't know.
Yo, I thought if you were making something different.
Crazy.
I thought if you were making something different, it's not a copyright infringement.
No,
if you're commenting on stuff.
No. It is you're allowed to do it, but they will still initially take down the video if it has that in it. But you are allowed to.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody's like, I can't be playing a movie for that long.
You're allowed to. It just depends on the settings of if it automatically takes it down.
Yeah, so I guess YouTube's like, hey, 37 minutes of this movie is probably too long, huh?
Damn, you should play that. You should play that video I just sent to the group chat.
I don't know if we're back on YouTube yet.
Are we not? No, I don't think we are.
No shit. You gotta fucking.
No, we're definitely not. We're definitely not.
Do anything. Like, there's nothing I can do. You just have to wait. But it should.
But it's still
be coming
streaming
back
to other platforms.
Yeah, who are we streaming to?
I think people could.
Twitter.
Why is it not coming back? I've had this happen before, and it always comes back.
Because we played.
Probably because we did it for too damn long.
A full-length movie. Jesus
Wild.
Christ.
Wild.
Way to go, Sam. Way to go.
Yeah,
Adam can't stop fucking complaining.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. We had a captain.
Yeah,
we're supposed to have a guest next week.
Amateur hour. Amateur hour, I say.
Well, it is amateur. We're not being paid for this, retard.
Yeah, you're the retard. You played a
You're the retard.
You're like, let me play the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, and we probably won't get pulled for that. You fucking idiot. You think they pull this full-length Star Wars feature I'm about to play?
We're actually going to watch the whole Dune movie right now.
Adam did this. Adam is retarded.
Dude, I just finished.
Stream right.
I just finished the first Dune book, and I watched the movie, and pretty good. I think we
might be back.
Yeah, we are back.
Book is way better.
We are back.
I fixed Adam's screw up.
Okay, you should play that video.
Hey, we are back.
Wow.
Now we can play the video.
Guys. Sam has brain trauma.
This video was the
Sam
most,
has trauma.
I understand it's propaganda, and I understand.
Sam, stop playing Legos. Play the video.
I understand it's propaganda. I understand that we should.
I can't do anything.
But this video is awesome, and I don't care what anyone says.
Because
I remember. I think
in the
it
chat. Oh, you want? I'll tell you a propaganda video that gets me hard.
Anybody can pull it up.
It's not in the chat. I told Typo to send it in the chat. You stupid.
I can't pull anything up. I can't share shit. I can't do any of that.
You can't. You absolutely can't.
Yo,
I don't believe you.
I'll tell you a video that I fucking love. Oh, this is YouTube though. We're gonna get pulled again.
Well, it's not like a movie. We can't.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to even play it now. I feel like we're on thin ice. Yeah, this one. This is it.
One of the best speeches ever.
Dude,
Iran,
I was just going to say this one.
Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda.
God, this gives me such a hard on.
Now.
Oh, wait, Sam. Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't play that one. I have one that we could play that they have background music to it. Hold on. It makes it way better. Hold on.
Can we play the music? Because I saw that one too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't think we could play the music.
I don't know.
It's already we're already fucked, dude.
Yeah, we're already fucked.
It. Double down.
Yeah, I'm doubling down. Hold on, give me a second. I'm doubling down.
Fuck this shit. I don't care.
You're right. Music is way better.
I ain't fucking leaving.
I ain't fucking leaving.
Everybody in our chat right now, they're just like, we ain't fucking leaving. They're just talking shit about us. Which
which by the way, they should.
Yeah, deserved.
I got it right here.
All right, yeah, play that shit. This is one of the best speeches given in American history.
If I watched this when I was 15, I definitely would have signed up for the army.
All right, can you say it?
Yeah.
Yep. Play that shit.
Play. Cool. There you go.
Oh, I was like fans.
listening for our cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship,
That's a
what
good
you
song,
worship,
too.
who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Yeah, dude, so savage.
That's such a
We
cold
will
line,
raise
dude.
your sons and daughters.
That's such a cold line, dude.
See, that shit's how I feel, but it like to the American government, it's like if you continue to do what you're doing,
I know.
we will raise your sons and daughters. If you do this to the American people, the people of the United States, we will raise your sons and daughters. That's how I fucking feel, dude. It gets me so hyped.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, and then it's straight propaganda, like Typo said. Though it is, I know, but
Straight
I can't.
propaganda.
Again,
He's a Medal of Honor recipient. Yeah.
we gotta come up with
What?
I'm telling you, we gotta come up with a name for this feeling we have of like military shit is cool, but like we're against the stuff. Like there has to be a phrase or a word or something. I didn't do this. Sam played the movie for 42 minutes.
Dude, this is literally your fault. You're the one who played it, and you're lying on my name, just like Kyle. You gonna quit the show like
Just
Kyle?
lying
too?
on my name.
No, you're just bad at lying, and you're fucking dumb and fat.
You're bad at Legos.
Sam's skinny fat. He has a fucking tummy. We all know it. Show us your
It
fat
looks
gut.
like Kyle's enjoying his concert.
I know. Kyle's probably having a great time. He didn't have to yell at you. Oh, I also promised to double down calling you gay, Sam, for Kyle's behalf, so you're gay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kyle quit the show, and he's dead to us now. So.
Well, he didn't quit the show.
Yes, he did. Stop lying, Adam. First you screw up.
Sam, I just want you to know, if it came down between you and Kyle, I'd pick Kyle. Just to let you know.
We're picking Kyle.
Well, I guess it's 3 for 3 for Kyle. So
Sam's off the show.
let's go. This gay dragon building still on the show, though, and that's a problem.
Oh wait, maybe I can present. I want to. If I can do this, I want to share this fucking video.
Well, this makes
Because-
a thing because we're at like an hour.
Yeah, that's why. It's only 30 seconds. Can you guys see my fucking shit?
You gotta share it. Yeah, I got it.
It's
I got
not sharing?
I got it. Just play it.
Okay.
Oh, I saw this. I
Here we
saw
go.
this in the group chat, right?
My leg day warm up?
No, don't do that bullshit. I know you know what you're doing. So actually,
A leg day warm up?
you're actually wrong with girls. You're actually
I love that. I love that. You know, you're actually what's wrong with girls.
The audio is so bad, so people can't
I
really
know.
hear it.
So if you guys can't hear
Set
it,
it up, yeah.
I mean, you guys can see it. The fucking this chick is obviously doing some TikTok bullshit and making a sexual video at the gym, and a dude comes up and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "My leg day warm-ups." He's like, "No, you're fucking not. You know what you're doing. You're actually what's wrong with girls." And he goes on to just like, he's like pointing at her and shit. And he's like, "This is fucking ridiculous.
Then he
Don't
kicks the
come to my
camera,
gym
right?
and do this shit." Yeah, and then he kicks the camera at the end.
Which, by the
You'll see
way,
it. It's right here.
and I hate to be that guy, this felt fake to me, like a setup, like this was like a thing.
Did it?
A little bit, yeah, because it's kind of wild to do. Like not to sit, but to kick the camera, that's pretty.
I don't.
Kick someone's
I
phone.
don't know,
I don't
man.
know, dude. That's pretty wild.
Dude, I'm telling
it
you,
is pretty
people are
wild,
getting to that
but-
point.
That's where I'm at. I think there's people that are starting to get a little fucking done.
Yeah, no,
It might
maybe,
be
dude.
fake.
It might be. I don't know. I'm torn on it. I saw it the first time. I was like, whoa. Then I watched it again. I was like, The guy's not showing his face. His hood's up. That's
Yeah, I agree. I
you know,
agree. I
and
get
he could have
that.
done that because he knew he was going to do what he was going to do, and he didn't want to be on camera anyway. So like, you could make it. I don't know. I'm torn on that one. All I know is like
And
I go to the gym every day,
you
and I
are
never
right.
really see that shit.
You are right in a sense that if you were to make something to go viral, that is much more likely to go
Yes.
viral than whatever she was just doing before.
100%.
That's
That's what I'm saying. It's all about the because
absolutely.
no one's
It's
gonna be
true.
like, oh my god, no one's gonna be like that was fake. They're gonna be like,
But
a bunch of girls in their comments being like, oh my god,
gonna
I'm so
live
sorry.
in my fantasy and say it's real. So
Yeah, no, I want to live in that world too, dude. I'm just, the demon came out of me a little bit. I was like, oh, I think this might be.
This
fake.
is
It's just,
This is
it's your
Typo's
psyop,
philosophy
like,
right there.
Alarm kicking off. Dude. It's your psyop. Not everything's a psyop, Adam. Not everything.
But it is.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Everything is. You're being pushed in one way or the
It
other, no
is.
matter
I
what
can't
you
help
want.
it. I'm sorry. I have the they
Yeah.
live glasses where I can see all the fucking aliens. It's like no. Yeah. But I go to the gym like every day, and like no one's filming in like my gym.
You gotta go to like the TikToker gyms though. Like it's never like I never see these videos at like LA Fitness. You know what I mean? Like I don't see like these TikTok videos at like LA Fitness. It's always some.
The first time I just recently, that was a couple months ago actually, but I just saw like I was at Sonic with my girlfriend and we were just ordering some food, and then like the next like few parking spaces down, like these girls got out and then were like put a phone on like the back of the truck, and then they just started like doing a dance in the middle of the parking lot. And I was like, dude, this is like, I'm embarrassed and I'm not even out there.
Did you throw
like,
a shake at him?
Should have threw
You should've.
something.
Dude, when that happens, like that's happened to me too. Like,
Not at my Sonic. I know what you're doing. Not at my Sonic.
You know what you're doing. You're actually what's wrong with girls.
throw a fucking ice
Oh
lemonade
man,
in
now
their
I think
face.
it's fake. Now I think it's fake.
Yeah, right. See,
Now I think it's fake.
told you. But like there is a weird thing where like that happens in front of you, and you're almost being like, "Am I being Truman Showed? Like I'm being
dude.
watched to see how I react? Like to this? Like is this on a prank on me? I get very fucking weirdly self conscious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have that too. Dude, we can end it here, but there was a time hashtag not my Sonic. Hell yeah. There was a time in while Typo and my buddy Nick and I were all living together, and we would go out or we'd do something, and we're like, it's usually us going out, but we were just like, are we getting punked right now? Like this is a wild situation, and it shouldn't exist on just like a normal like normal people everyday living, and it would happen to us constantly. We were like, we're gonna vlog about this shit. We were starting to get serious about like just recording everything that happened to us because it was just the wildest shit. And it's like, dude, somebody's setting us up at all times just so they can use this shit against us at one point in our lives.
I saw a prank video. This kid was like in a Walmart, and he was like throwing rice up in the air and hitting people, and I was like, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, I'm going to, I'm going to be like, oh, let me talk to you for a minute. And I'm just going to choke him out in Walmart and be like, yeah, I'm a hero. I know. And I'm going to go to jail, but like, I am a hero.
Yeah. This is why Sean Strickland's like our Lord and Savior, because he keeps getting approached by TikTok influencers, and he's just like, what the fuck? This is fucking retarded.
He's like, no, I'll actually kill you.
Yeah. I'll murder your children and drink the blood.
Yeah, I don't know
my bad, that was a joke.
Why this TikTok, like I'm a professional TikToker and I want to box everybody now. Like none of these motherfuckers could fight. I don't understand what the fucking thing is. It's like at all can they throw a punch? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just because it's the new thing. Like fighting has gotten so big that everybody wants to be a part of it, and so that's why it's like the new trend. It's the new gym trend. Go join your local jiu-jitsu gym instead of just go to the gym and get big.
Right. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I want to fight one of those kids so bad.
Yeah. Hashtag not my Sonic.
Hashtag not my Sonic.
It's not your niche skill you have anymore. Now the normies are into it, Adam. You were there before it was cool.
Yeah,
I was there before it was cool.
You gotta find something else.
I was taking fucking beatings before it was fucking cool to fake fight people. I had to fight illegally in New York City.
You could have filmed yourself this whole time and then got famous.
Just because Gangs of New York was based off your life, your early life, Adam, doesn't mean you have to brag about it.
No, it's true. Like
no, it's Adams. It's just Adams.
It was illegal in New York City for like a long MMA for like a long time. Like,
Yeah, it was.
It was like only recently kind of legal there. So like all my like legal fights were in like Jersey and Connecticut and stuff. But I had a bunch of like under exhibition fights, quote unquote, but it was like full blown fights. There's no exhibition about it. We were just fighting each other in a cage somewhere in Staten Island. Like that's what, you know,
Somebody's
like
backyard.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. It was so stupid. I did that for like no money.
That's awesome. That's how you know you love
Gotta
it.
love that CTE.
No, I'm just dumb. I'm just a dumb guy who had no other talent besides like a little bit of athleticism. And I was like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do the two most violent sports, football and MMA, and make $0 and not get famous out of it. So stupid.
Become a CTE comedian.
Retarded.
Yeah, now look at you, dude. You just pass out at gyms and shit.
Dude, every time I work, today I was working out. I was trying to go like real heavy in like free weight chest. I'm trying to hit like my goal is to hit like 95s, 100s by like the end of next month, like and do like a full like set of 12, like a full blown working set of like 100s.
Yeah.
And I was doing like 85s today, and I did like 8 to 10, and I put them down. I was like, my heart gonna stop? Like, I started like freaking out at the gym. I'm like such a pussy now at the gym, dude. Every time I have like a hard set, I just
You're super worried.
Immediately panic. Yeah, I immediately start to panic about it. All right, we got to wrap up on my pussiness, but all right, boys, another fun week. Kyle will be back next week. Oh, and Cole from Tower Gang will be here next week.
Yeah.
So
Cole from Tower Gang.
Tune on in, and Sam is
fun.
gay. Don't forget Sam's gay. Everybody call Sam gay in the chat. Hashtag not my
He's building
Sonic.
a Japanese Lego set.
Well, he's gay. Hashtag not my Sonic. Bye, everybody. Love you.